Good morning, I'm Terry, and welcome to TARDIS Spider. Today, 5 robots in 5 decades. I'm going to look back at the history of Doctor Who and pick a robot from each of the first 5 decades. So let's enjoy today's video. And if you do enjoy today's video, please give us a like, a subscribe. In fact, leave a comment. Help us make this a better channel. And now, 5 robots in 5 decades. Robots have been in and with Doctor Who throughout our journeys in time and space. Doctor Who has been broadcast in 6 decades: the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and is just starting in the 2020s. Let's look at a robot from each of the first 5 decades. In the 1960s, I found 7 stories that included robots, and they are The Chase, where we meet the Mechanoids; Galaxy 4, where we meet the Chumblies; The War Machines with the War Machines; The Abominable Snowmen with the Yeti; The Web of Fear, the Yeti will return; The Wheel in Space has a service robot, and the Dominators have the Quarks. But for the purpose of today's video, we will concentrate on the Yeti. A Yeti is dormant until it is paired with a sphere-shaped silver control unit. These will issue orders with high-pitched bleeping noises. They will roll or even fly toward a dormant Yeti. The spheres are nestled in a chest cavity hidden by fur. Once in place, the Yeti's eyes will illuminate, indicating it is ready for orders. With metallic grates replacing mouths, powerful roars accompany an attack. The Yeti are strong enough to toss people about or render them unconscious with a single blow. Their 3-fingered hands clutch alien hand pistols. The lumbering Yetis are a threat to everyone they face. Stories in the 1970s that include robots are Colony in Space with the Miners Robot, Tom Baker's premiere episode Robot, The Robots of Death with the Vok Robots, Invisible Enemy with its introduction of K9, Underworld with the Servants of the Oracle, and in the Androids of Terror there are various robots. But for our purposes, we will look at the Vok robots from the Robots of Death. In the 1970s, Doctor Who will travel into the far future and we will meet the Vok robots on Storm Mind 4. Voks are multifunction androids who have an Art Deco aesthetic design. They are capable of managing and operating the sand miner without human aid. Voks are dressed in green and are speech responsive. Vok robots are also programmed to recognize individual crew voices. The Voks provide basic services for the human crew. There is also a subclass category, the dumb class. These robots have a single function and are non-speaking. They wear black. A robot's prime directive dictates that they cannot harm or kill humans. This is the first program in every robot brain, unless a highly skilled roboticist overrides it, making them deadly killers. The 1980s will bring us many more robots in Doctor Who, starting with Warrior's Gate and the Gundam. In Forward to Doomsday, all of the crew but Monarch are robots. In The King's Demon, we will meet Chameleon. In The 5 Doctors, John Pertwee will face the Reston robot. In the Caves of Androzani, several people have been replaced by robots. In Time Lash, the android takes the prisoners to face the Borad. In The Mysterious Planet, it's the L1 service robot. In Paradise Towers, it's the Cleaners. In the Happiness Patrol, there is the Candyman. And in The Greatest Show in the Galaxy, there are robots, clowns. So let's take a look at the Candyman for our purposes. In the 1980s, the Doctor will meet the Candyman. The heavy metal frame of the Candyman is augmented with caramel, sherbet, toffee, marzipan, and gelling agents, giving the finished machine a macabre fairy tale appearance. Different types and sizes of confectionery form the robot's component parts. It is possible that the Candyman is part cybernetic with a human brain, as while Gilbert M. accepts responsibility for the creation of his body, he states that the mind belongs to the Candyman. This may explain the mood swings and the emotional outbursts. With no apparent weapons, the Candyman relies on physical strength and inventiveness. And he is quite fragile. He is sensitive to heat, immobility, and carbonated water with citric acid, as these weaknesses will lead to his downfall. In the 2000s, Doctor Who will return to our television screens, and it won't take long for the robots to join him. In the end of the world, there are spider-like robots. The Long Game has game show hosts. The Christmas Invasion, the Santa Claus robots. The Girl in the Fireplace brings us the Clockwork Droids. In The Runaway Bride, the Santa Claus robots return. Voyage of the Dam, the Host. Silence in the Library. The librarian itself is a robot. And on the waters of Mars, there is a service robot. But for our purposes, let's take a look at the Clockwork Droids in The Girl in the Fireplace. In the 2000s, the 10th Doctor will travel to some time after the 51st century and meet the Clockwork Repair Droids. The Repair Droids are powered by a whirring clockwork mechanism of glinting brass, cogs, gears, and springs, a perfect example of resilient, ecologically fueled service robots. Humanoid in shape, they are 6 feet tall. Originally designed to effect repairs on the ship, they are technologically and surgically skilled. Manual duties and their cannibalization of the crew suggest a poor understanding of mankind. They can communicate through speech, though their linguistic skills are limited. They are adept at fashioning disguises, and they will pass unnoticed in the French court. Powdered wigs and porcelain masks give them a striking and unforgettable look. 51st century technology allows them to create time windows throughout the ship. They are not entirely invulnerable. Pressurized CO2 freezes them. Anti-oil seizes up their mechanisms, and of course, they require regular winding. The 2000 teens continue to bring us many robots. Victory of the Daleks, Bracewell. The Girl Who Waited, the Handbots. The Robots of Sherwood, the Knight. The Caretaker. Smile has the Emoji Bots. And Kerblam has the Postman delivery robots. But let's look back at the Caretaker. In the 2000 teens, it's the Scovots Blitzer. Just 3 feet high, built for war and killing, it is essentially unstoppable. It moves quickly and tirelessly on a tripod of articulated spider-like legs. The legs are attached to an upturned dome in which is mounted the body with 2 arms. The right arm ends with an energy blaster and the left a blinding light. Topped off with a silver skull-like head. The eyes are blue when active and red when in self-destruct. The Blitzer is armed with enough explosives to destroy a small planet. A Blitzer can be detected by a TARDIS or a Scovax Artificer. A Scovax Artificer can initiate a shutdown protocol. When shut down, the Scovax slumps, its legs retract, and the head sags as its lights extinguish. That's 5 robots from 5 decades. I hope you enjoyed our look at robots, and I'm sure I missed some. Let me know in the comments. But if you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Help us make this a better channel. And for a recommendation this week, I'm going to turn to the Roku television channel, Movie Land. and the movie Carry On Cleo from the Carry On series. If you look carefully in this movie, you can find John Pertwee and a warrior queen from 1980s Doctor Who. I'll let you do the looking. So enjoy your journey through time and space. Make sure you take the time to social distance and wear a mask. It's your choice, and the danger isn't totally past yet. Love your friends, love your family, and I will speak to all of you again soon.